Okay, good morning students. So today we will be continuing with air around us. Okay, so as far as the chapter is concerned, we were talking about air. So we know that air is very much important for our survival. Okay, that means the atmosphere. The atmosphere means the constituent of air. Actually, the gases present in the air is vital for both plants as well as animals. Okay, so in that case we talked about properties. That means air is colorless, air is tasteless, and air is odorless. That means it has no color, it has no taste, and it has no smell. Okay. Then we talked about its constituent. Constituent means what is air? Actually, air is a mixture. Okay, mixture of what? Mixture of different gases. Okay, it's a mixture of different gases. Gases, for example, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, noble gases like helium, argon, neon, krypton, etc. Then we have water vapor. We have water vapor and dust particles So these are the gases and the things present in the air. Okay, present in the air. So in this also we talked about different percentage or different composition. That means what percent of nitrogen is present in air. So we can say it is 78% of the air is composed of nitrogen, 21% oxygen, carbon dioxide 0.03%, then helium, argon, neon. Okay, almost they constitute how much? Almost they constitute 0.93%, and water vapor and dust particles almost 0.06%. So we also talked about that in these cases, okay, in these cases and in these gases mostly oxygen is very much important. Okay, because most of the animals they take in oxygen, okay, for combustion or for burning or to get energy. Okay, then carbon dioxide is also important for plants to make food. Okay, so today we will talk about how does the oxygen, okay, in air we can get the oxygen directly from the air, whereas from water and from soil, how does the organism, those who live in water and those who live in soil, get oxygen? We will talk about that. Okay, so we will know how do animals and plants, or you can say organisms, how do living organisms living in water and soil get oxygen. Living in water and soil get oxygen. Okay, so as I already told that oxygen is very much important for living organisms. So by three sources we can get oxygen. That means first of all, present in the atmosphere, that is oxygen which are in free state, that means it is present in the air. Second one, oxygen present in the water in the form of chemical bonding. Okay, as we all know, the chemical formula of water is H2O. So here hydrogen and oxygen is combined, but it is not in free state. Okay, it is in bonding state. Then third one, soil. As we all know, soil also contain nitrogen as well as water. Okay, so the organism present in the soil, how do they get oxygen from it? So here animals who get or who derive oxygen directly from the air are mostly mammals. Mammals means, mammals we have example, humans. Okay, then we have birds. Bird is not a mammal, but we can include because it mostly get oxygen from the air only. Okay, birds are they, then tiger, dog. Okay, or you can include any organism or any animals living in the air. Water, mostly fishes, that means aquatic animals. Soil, mostly by, you can say, earthworm, who mostly have a habitat of what you can say, underground habitat. They have an underground habitat. Okay, so we will try to learn how they get oxygen. So all living things need energy for their activities. As we all know, all living things, they need energy to perform various activities. And how do we get energy? We get energy by the food that we eat. We get energy by the food that we eat. Okay, correct? Okay, that means if we eat a food, okay, then only we can get energy or we can perform various activities. But does the food directly helps us to do various types of activities? No. Actually, what happens when digestion happens, when digestion takes place, the food is dissolved in the blood. Okay, the food or the nutrients, they dissolve in the blood, and to get the energy, those nutrients in the blood, they are burnt by oxygen gas. Okay, they are burnt by oxygen gas. So all living things need energy for the activities. This energy comes from the food taken by the living organisms combined with oxygen. Okay, combined with oxygen inside our body to produce energy. And this process, that means the oxidization of the food to gives us energy, is termed as respiration. Is termed as respiration. So living organism get the required oxygen in one or more of the following ways. Okay, so this is how oxygen is, application of oxygen or use of oxygen in humans. Okay, not only food, the food that we eat must be oxidized, that means must be burnt to give energy. Okay, same in the case of vehicles also. In vehicles we put petroleum products, that means either petrol, either diesel. Okay, so what happens, the oxygen present in the atmosphere, they burn the fuel, that means they burn the food. Okay, so let's come to know how do we get oxygen by different methods. By different methods. So number one, directly from air, directly from atmosphere, you can see from okay, so number one, directly from the air. So organism, first of all, by first method, directly from the air. How directly from the air? Example, humans. Okay, we get oxygen directly from the air, we are getting it, even now also I am getting it, okay, from the atmosphere. So the living organism living on the earth take in oxygen from the air during respiration, that means respiration means breathing, taking in of gases and throwing out another gases, that means the gas which we use we take in, and the gas which we don't use, that means which are not needed for us, we throw it. Okay, so we get from the air. So carbon dioxide and water vapor produced during the process are given out, that means here what happens, you can write food. Okay, when burnt by oxygen, we take in oxygen, they gives us energy, then they release carbon dioxide and water vapor. Okay, that means we take in oxygen, okay, to burn the food particles or the nutrients present in the food, which gives us energy and release carbon dioxide and water, okay, in the process of respiration. Okay, so birds, mammals, including human beings, breathe in through lungs, and there is a specialized organ through which or by which we take in oxygen or we take in different gases. Okay, mostly those animals who live on land, okay, they breathe through lungs. They breathe through lungs, or they take gases, that means they take oxygen from the through the lungs, in the lungs, not through the lungs, in the lungs. Another one, from air dissolved in water. Number two, air dissolved in water. That's mostly for aquatic animals, mostly aquatic animals like fishes. Okay, mostly fish you can include, we can include mostly. Okay, so as I told that water, chemical formula of water is H2O, which is hydrogen and oxygen, the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. And living organism which have an aquatic habitat, they take in oxygen from the water. They take in oxygen from the water. So animals and plants which live in water, such as fish, breathe in oxygen dissolved in water. Okay, that means they breathe in oxygen, present in water. But another one important things, they don't have lungs, because lungs is not capable in breathing, not capable of extracting or taking in of oxygen in water. So they have another specialized organ which is known as gills. They have a gills to get oxygen in the water. So mostly in most fishes we find gills. Okay, the gills are present in mostly aquatic animals, whereas there is an exceptions also. As we all know, we have whale and dolphin. Whale and dolphin, they also live on water, but they don't breathe through gills. They don't have gills. They breathe through lungs. Okay, that means to breathe in oxygen or to breathe in other gases, okay, what they have to do? They have to come at the surface of the water to breathe. Okay, then in air they breathe through the lungs and they go deep inside the water. Okay, they have adapted themselves in such a condition. They have adapted themselves in such a condition. So this was how organism take in air directly from the atmosphere. Okay, that means by the process of breathing, and they have a specialized organ, lungs. Whereas aquatic animals which have an aquatic habitat, that means they live mostly in water, they get the oxygen dissolved in the water. Okay, and for that they have a specialized organ, gills. Okay, they breathe through the gills. Then we have another important things. As for example, this was an exception, but in case of frog, that means in case of aquatic animals, in case of aquatic animals, as for example in case of frog, so frog can live both on land and water. They can live both on land and water. So when they are in an initial stage, that means at a tadpole stage, they have gills. They have gills. Okay, at a tadpole stage, they have a gills. And when they are an adult, they have lungs. They have lungs. And apart from these two, even frog can breathe through skin. That is an exception. Okay, that means mostly aquatic animals. Sorry, not aquatic, sorry. Amphibians. I have written aquatic, it's amphibian animals. Amphibians. Amphibians means animals which can live both on land and water. Okay, an example we have frog. So when they are in an initial stage, that means when they are tadpole, they breathe through gills, and when they grow up, these gills will be vestigial, that means of no use, and they develop lungs. So at adult stage they have lungs, and when they again go inside the water, they breathe through skin. Okay, so it's not confusing, but it's interesting. Okay, then from the air trapped in the soil, number third one, air trapped soil. So we talked about how organism get oxygen directly from the air, how they get from the water. Now from the soil. So as I already mentioned that water is present in the soil. The organism that live in the holes or burrows in deep soil get the oxygen from the air trapped in the soil. That means organism which mostly live in under the water. Earthworm, leech, okay, they mostly get oxygen from the soil. And another important thing, they don't have some specialized, they don't have lungs or gills for breathing. Either they exchange the gases through skin or by trachea. Okay, trachea means tube-like structure. Tube-like structure present inside the body. They don't have lungs or gills. Earthworm, leech, or various other insects, they don't have lungs or gills. They breathe through, or they take in oxygen or take in other gases through skin, through trachea, and other tube-like structure present inside the body. So this was all about how do organism get living in water and soil get oxygen. Okay.